Well, welcome to the South Wolcott at Sanderson Gulch Storm and Sanitary Improvements Public Meeting. And Robert Rivera will be giving the presentation for us today. Go ahead, Robert.
Thank you, Sherry. So yeah, good evening. I'm Robert Rivera, City Staff Engineer. Thank you for welcome to the public meeting for South Wolcott Sanderson Gulch. This is a storm and sanitary project. I'm gonna skip this slide, I believe. Quick reminder, you can ask questions at any time during this meeting, and as well as, let me skip this part as well. So the contractor for this project is Iron Woman Construction. Brandon Wilkinson, project manager, will be the main contact for this project. His team includes Adam Barr, field engineer, and Mike Matheny, project sponsor. Gary Padilla, construction project manager, will be the main contact for the city. The city team includes Gary Stanhope, construction project inspector, myself, Robert Rivera, and Kelly Crum, design project managers, to Beth Vogelsang and Sherry Moore, public outreach. Why? So why Wolcott? Along Wolcott, there are 18 conflicts where the sanitary pipe crosses through the storm sewer. To address this issue, we need to separate the two and lower the sanitary sewer. So this project is located in the Harvey Park neighborhood and runs along Wolcott from Colorado to Warren. The preliminary investigations will start in December with minimal disruption. On start of next year, early January, Iron Woman Construction will be on site, and we will start our sanitary reconstruction from Jewel to Evans from early January to February, and from Evans to Warren in time frame of mid-February to March. And the last stage will be from Colorado to Jewel. And this includes our sanitary lining, as well as this project includes pavement resurfacing, and this will have minimal impact. Our anticipated completion date is May 2023. And in this section here near Riviera Lake, we may encounter groundwater. And in this case, you may see tanks, and we will notify you if this occurs. And additional impacts include limited driveway access. There will be we will shoot for a 5-day maximum closure, partial closures and detours. Jewel and Evans will not be closed at the same time. There will be, or for residents, there will be local access provided. Since this is a sanitary project, you'll have a temporary outage of sanitary service lines, no greater than 8 hours. We ask that you please refrain from using facilities during this time. We do not anticipate any water service disruption, however, it could still occur, and residents will be given a 24 to 48-hour notice when sanitary and water service disruptions occur. As far as here's our contact list and project hotline. You can also navigate to our project website here. And here's, if you want to take a look at this contacts, that concludes our presentation. I want to say thank you for your time. So.
Thanks, Robert. I just want to cover on some of the driveway access. He did say that there would be a maximum of 5-day closures, but there will be parking on street. As he said, the roads will be closed to local access, but residents will still be able to access and park probably a couple houses down on street. So as we said, we'll try to minimize that to 5 days. And there may also be disruption during some of the paving operations, but that would be minimal. And then as far as the detours, there will be detours in place at all times, routing you to the major roads. And at no time will we close Jewel and Evans at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Gary, did you have anything to add on any of that?
Yeah, I just wanted to maybe, not to put Brandon, not to put you on the spot or anything, but just to kind of get an idea of how this might look going into it early January. I can imagine, and there again, just correct me if I'm wrong, but will you be basically, I guess just trenching only at that time and then restoring up to basically back up to the asphalt paving area and then coming back maybe in the spring and doing everything? I'm just kind of wanting to get an idea of what that might look like.
Yeah, so starting after the first of the year, we'll start trenching, and as we go, we'll be replacing the sewer line. And by the end of each day, we'll have everything all connected back in and backfilled, so that we're not going to leave any open pits out there in the road, so that people can still park and access their homes. And just a note too, we will provide emergency access to all the residents as needed too. So we'll make sure there's a way to get in and out in case of emergencies.
Okay, and as far as if for some reason things do need to be left open, we will be putting construction fencing around it to keep it safe. Is that correct?
Yeah, fencing and plating as well if there is some.
Okay.
If we leave holes. Yep.
Okay, and then as you're backfilling going from from the bottom of the block going south, going upward, I don't anticipate that you're going to make the patch back right away. Is that correct? Maybe just for one mobilization at a time?
Yeah, correct. We'll backfill with backfill material up to the pavement, and then we'll come back and dig that back down and do the asphalt all at once.
Okay, so maybe at the top layer, something that wouldn't create a lot of mud or dust, something like some asphalt millings or something like that?
Correct, yep.
Okay, and then last stages would be coming back and cleaning that up and milling out the sides, and that's when, so potentially we're looking a little bit later on into the spring where we would see the impacts of paving.
Correct, yeah, the paving will be more like late March, early April.
Okay, all right, thank you, Brandon.
Sure.
Would you like me to stop sharing, or I don't know if you want to.
Does anybody have anything else they think they should add that we can have on the recording?
I guess only one other thing that maybe should you get some maybe some people that come in and want to watch the video is when it does come to the lining, and they can certainly come out and ask, but sometimes that process is a little bit not that it takes up a lot of room, but it sure gets a lot of questions. You have some rigging out there that it looks like something is boiling, something is cooking, and something is boiling, something is cooking. And sometimes that process of lining, which will take place from Colorado Avenue to Jewel, that process can give off kind of a pretty bad odor. It does go, typically it does go through like a stack that tries to keep the noise down, or because it can sometimes it does sound a little bit noisy, but it's mainly that the kind of the off odor that process takes that can be a little bit concerning. And it's out in the open, should be safe, no problems with that. It does put off a little bit of an odor. That's all I got.
Thank you, Gary.
I guess one thing to add too is that we will be upgrading some of the accessible curb ramps in the neighborhood. Let those meet the ADA standards.
Yeah, and when we are repairing some of those conflicts, we will be getting into the east side of those blocks. We may end up having to get into the sidewalk, possibly into people's driveways or their front yards as well. And if we do that, we'll definitely notify those residents, and we'll, repair everything back to the way it was when we're done.
Well, Kelly, I would say it's your call if you want to wrap up the meeting. We don't have anybody else joining, so.
I would imagine they would have joined by now.
What's that?
I said I would imagine they would have joined by now.
I would think so, yes.
I mean, we could give it another. I don't know. Have you seen people join too late in the game?
Not usually,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think since we have this recorded, we can end it.
yeah. I think the only other thing that the question that might come up was like, and I know Robert did cover it as far as why are we doing this, but it's basically to separate the sanitary effluent or the potential. And there's I think there's already been a problem with a couple of the services that are leaking into the stormwater, which is getting all the way down into the natural waters, the Sanderson Gulch area. So that's the big reason for doing this project, is to separate the sewage, the sanitary sewer effluent from stormwater that makes its way to the natural waters.